Hello, and welcome to the third week of Elementary Greek. You are a 3-week veteran of Elementary Greek in 2013. Congratulations. This week you'll be covering imperfect verbs, contract verbs, and future verbs. I don't expect that many of you will have problems conceptually with the material of this course. I expect that many of you may, if anything, have difficulties just with adding new paradigms that you'll have to memorize, along with the new vocabulary. Greek at this point, for many of you, I hope, is not becoming too difficult. You will notice that in order to appropriately grasp the material, it simply requires that you review and repeat, and then work through the course content in the chapters of BA and in the course pack, and also work diligently on the homework assignments. If you do these things repeatedly and continue to review previous lessons as you move through this course, I think you'll do very well. I just want to say a word again about how you can best use me as a reference for this class, and also what I think many of you will be experiencing, if not this week, then in the short few weeks to come. Alright, again, my name is Ben Stubblefield. I am the professor for this course, and I just wanted to remind you that I want to be an asset to you. The best ways to contact me are through email. I've also provided my syllabus, my phone number on the syllabus. So feel free to call me if you have an immediate problem. But again, I usually have a way to check my email at any time during the day, and so I can respond quickly that way as well. I would love to communicate with you other ways. At some point in the future, we might try Skyping with some of you if you prefer that method. Gmail is also another, or GChat rather, is another useful tool for these kinds of correspondence classes. But again, email and phone is usually the quickest way to get in touch with me. If you need some more help on something, we may have to arrange face-to-face internet meeting or something like that. If you do call me, please make sure you leave a message. Sometimes I don't always answer phone numbers that I don't recognize on my phone, but I want to return your call, so feel free to leave a message and I'll try to return your call as soon as possible. Alright, now just a little bit about what I think you may be experiencing at this point in the course, or that you might experience at some point in the future. Dr. Plummer may have already mentioned it, but I'll mention it here again. By the third week, you're beginning to learn some new concepts. Maybe you're relearning old English language concepts you haven't learned yet, and that's great. But you may feel that you're just barely mastering those 2 weeks of courses, and now you're asked to learn some new things that are also a little bit unfamiliar to you. And so you might be beginning to get a little bit nervous about the rest of the class. You think to yourself, you know, I barely got these last 2 weeks down, and now I'm being asked to learn more things, but this is the way this class is going to go. It's way over my head. I just want to tell you that you are not alone. If your classmates have not emailed you to express their concerns, trust me that the students on campus and in class have the very same ones. Unless you've had a host of previous experience in language learning, or unless you've had elementary Greek before, this is a very difficult class, and it's often been described as a giant fog. And we are all walking through this fog together. And the goal is, by the end of the course, that while you're not entirely out of the fog, you begin to map out where you are in the fog. You can see a little better than you did at the beginning of the class. So I know all this is foreign to you. I know it may seem overwhelming and in some sense scary. You know, you're nervous about how you're going to pass the class, or how you're going to do the first midterm, or if you're really ever going to learn Greek. You will, trust me. You just got to trust the process. I know it's daunting, and you feel like you're in the dark in some places, but if you'll just trust the process, continue to work, continue to memorize, I promise you that at the end of the course, you'll learn some things that will carry you through the rest of your language study of elementary Greek. The last thing I want to mention is that not all the concepts, you're not going to be able to grasp all the concepts perfectly the first time through each chapter. The course is designed for you to cycle around and to continue to experience material that you learned at the beginning of the course, even at the very end of the class. So I know some of the material you might be really diligent to learn the material perfectly well for the first week, and now you're already in the second week and you can't comprehend or keep in your mind all the details that you've learned. in the second week. It's okay. We're gonna recycle and repeat over that same information constantly throughout the semester. So the first bits of information you're learning now, you're going to see over and over and over again throughout this whole semester. So just stay diligent, review, repeat, work hard on the homework, make sure you read the chapters diligently and closely, make sure you're working to comprehend the words in these short, brief chapters, to make sure you're working hard to understand the questions and the answers that are provided in the homework. Make sure you listen attentively to Dr. Plummer's lectures. Reinforce these concepts with the course pack. Make sure you even reinforce these concepts with the audio materials that have been provided on the Moodle course page. Email me if you have problems. Keep these note cards, if you're making note cards or flashcards, with you, and recycle them through while you're sitting at a red light. You can pull them out, read through a couple, and just work hard at mastering this initial language. And this initial semester, I guarantee you, will be a great building block for the remainder of your study of the Word of God, to serve you for the rest of your life. So this is a worthy exercise. I know it's getting difficult. If it hasn't yet, for some of you, it will sometime in the future. So just stay diligent, stay the course, and have a great week 3. I want you to know again that I'm for you, I'm cheering for you, I want to be an asset for you, and I'm walking together with you, okay, through this fog. And you're going to make it, I promise you, if you'll just hang in there. So week 3, contract verbs, future verbs, and imperfect verbs. Again, I don't think you're going to have problems conceptually, so I won't spend a lot more time in this video explaining those concepts. I think they're going to be fine for you to understand. But if I can clarify anything in any way, don't hesitate to contact me, and I look forward to seeing you next week in your study of the aorist verbs. And then after that, we'll have a midterm. So stay the course. You're almost there, past the first checkpoint, and we'll recalibrate after that midterm, okay? All right? Well, we'll talk to you later on, and Lord bless you.